Welcome everybody. Welcome to Topper IAS. So we will see the news which are taken from Hindu as well as from PIB. Okay, so let's get started. So the first one is with respect to Indo-Tibetan Border Police. So what it says is ITBP inducts first women officers on combat service. See, combat basically meaning battlefield during fighting and all this stuff. And historically there have been a number of reasons for and against which have been raised for uh, inducting women in combat services. Should women be allowed in fighting and all this stuff? Okay, so there were debates and all this stuff going on, and but now recently there are many things which have been taken to promote even participation of women in even armed forces also. So in continuation of that effort, you see now Indo-Tibetan Border Police has also inducted first women officers on combat services. And basically ITBP force is guarding line of actual control along India and China border, and now it has commissioned its first two women officers in combat after they completed their training. Okay, and ITBP started recruiting women combat officers in its cadre particularly from 2016 through an all India examination which is conducted by UPSC. Okay, then before this, it had combat women only in constabulary ranks, only those women were there. But now you see combat women even as officers. So that is the difference. All India examination will be there, which will be conducted through UPSC. And these officers will now be posted across ITBP formations in the country, including LAC with the China, line of actual control with China, and anti-Naxal operations which are being run in Chhattisgarh. Okay, Naxal affected area. So that is the case. So there the woman will be placed. So coming to ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, it is a primary border patrol organization. Okay, so basically bordering India China as we have already seen. So it will be patrolling around this area, line of actual control, and it was one of the 5 central armed police forces. So it was raised under CRPF Act in 1962. Okay, so Central Reserve Police Force. So one of the 5 central armed police forces is Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Remember, border it will be patrolling line of actual control. And now women have been inducted in combat officers as. Remember that. The next one is with respect to article which is talking about the legal challenge that have been raised against PM CARES fund. So an appeal has been placed before the Supreme Court challenging legality of PM CARES fund. So what they are alleging is that oceans of money has been being diverted from different ministries, government agencies, departments, and other bodies. So money has been diverted from these as contributions, and they have been placed in the PM CARES fund. So what is the issue is there is a need for transparency and accountability in the managing the affairs of the fund, because basically we you have set it for dealing with the pandemic such as COVID. So what is needed is transparency and accountability is also essential in managing this fund, because huge amount of money has been contributed by the citizens, not only India, abroad also. And democracy, the ideals of democracy, liberty, equality, fraternity, all this stuff, so that can only be realized only when there is transparency, accountability, and responsiveness in the affairs of the governance. But if you do not disclose the information, everything is carried opaquely, then this is undemocratic. And citizens' right to information is increasingly being recognized as an important mechanism to promote openness, transparency, accountability in the affairs of state. So see, we need good governance, transparency, accountability, and all this stuff. So this can be improved by providing more citizens participation. So RTI, right to information, is also part of this. So issue is that only it is the alleged that money has been diverted from various sources. So how do you are you going to ensure transparency and accountability in the management of PM CARES fund is what the challenge is. So bring in the transparency and accountability, that is the main issue there. Then basically PM CARES fund, Prime Minister's Citizen Assistance and Relief in emergency situations, PM cares fund. So government has set up PM cares fund to deal with any kind of emergency and or distress situation like posed by COVID-19 pandemic. So the fund is a public charitable trust with prime minister as its chairman, with other members being defense minister, home minister, and sorry, and finance minister. So these are also ex officio members, remember. Then you have another feature of this is contribution to PM cares fund will qualify as CSR expenditure. So that is nothing but corporate social responsibility. So what do you understand by corporate social responsibility is, see, companies need to spend 2% of their average profit over last 3 years in as a corporate social responsibility. Meaning, see, they are operating, so in course of their operation they will be impacting society as well as environment in a number of ways. To fulfill that, so they have their own responsibility, they owe a responsibility for any kind of negative impacts also. To you know um, fulfill that responsibility, CSR has been brought out. So companies are mandated to invest a certain percentage of their profit in carrying out certain activities like improving education, sanitation, environment conditions, and all those stuff. So if you are giving contribution to PM cares fund, then that amount will also be recognized as CSR expenditure, because this is already mandatory for the companies, remember that. Then another news with respect to Neeraj Spears historic Olympics gold. So the 23-year-old javelin thrower becomes the first Indian to win an athletics event at the games. So it was nation's second individual gold at Olympics. Remember that. So first one you might be already aware of, the shooter Abhinav Bindra in 2018 Beijing Olympics, right? He has won the gold, and this is the second gold we are getting, second individual gold at Olympics. And one thing, the fact you should know, it has been like almost a century. So India made Olympics debut in 1900, so it was almost a century and 2 decades. After that we got a first gold medal in athletics. So athletics is nothing but track and field events. So in that field, athletics field, this is the first time we are getting the gold. Okay, so that's it for today. You can download the PDF of this document in the link that is shared below, and do download Topper Institute app so that you get access to n number of these videos. Thank you.